Okay, so welcome to Midlifers. So today we are here at Rice Ball. It's a very reputable shop, and we're here with Leon here today, who's going to show us what you have to check in a point-and-shoot camera like this.
Yes. So this is, you brought this camera here today, the Konica, right?
Yes.
So when usually something like this comes in, before we buy it in, right, we definitely have to do all the checks, right? Otherwise, when we put it up the shelf and then it gives some problem and then customer come back say, you know, it's not working and things like that. It's a very troublesome process. So of course there is that many things you can check, you know, because things like how the film loads properly, sometimes it's a little bit difficult until you actually go out to shoot. So that's why most shops give you a warranty, you know, a 1 week warranty or 1 month warranty for you to at least come back after the first roll. Yeah, so for a camera like this, I think a lot of people, they buy them on the web, you know, eBay and things like that, and they don't really test them out.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so you have to remember that all these compact cameras, even this guy, which is a higher end compact camera, they are fully electronics. Yeah, and electronics fail after time. You know, it's a matter of time, whether tomorrow or 5 years or 10 years down the road. Yeah, so the usually for the lower end compacts, the components are not the best. And they tend to fail a bit faster, right? Compared to a camera like this, which is made of a lot better components, right? Yeah. So the first thing to do is always when you're buying a compact camera like this, you know, to make sure that either the shop or you yourself actually have the batteries to test them out on the spot. You know, some of the shops, if it's a camera shop, they should have it. If it's a vintage shop, then they might not have the batteries. So you need to get the batteries and do test them out.
And actually, like each camera, especially for the vintage ones, they have very specific kinds of batteries. It's not your AA, AAA.
No.
So if you look at this battery, it's actually a 2CR5, which is a very funny shaped, chunky battery. So just make sure you have the right batteries available as well when checking these cameras out.
There are about, I think, 4 to 5
of the common
ones, you know, like this, and the CR2, CR1, 2, 3A. So let's put this battery in and see if the camera works.
And as Leon was saying, the ideal test is you put a film through and shoot the camera, and then you'll see what you get. But before you even do that, you should actually just make sure, like, physically it seems to be working before you waste a roll, you know?
Yeah, I think the condition of this piece is quite good, right? Not many user marks and scratches. So actually the external condition, I will rate this at about 9 to 9.5.
Okay.
But of course, we have to check whether it's working. Right? The appearance, if how good, if it's not working, then the camera is just a paperweight, right?
That's right.
So the first thing that after I put in the battery, we turn on the power button on the top, right? And the LED here actually works perfectly. So a lot of the compact cameras, the LED is actually faded or spoiled.
Right? Some of them are leaking as well, right?
You can't really see the values that are given, which is quite irritating. But that doesn't mean the camera is not working. Right? The camera still can fire, it still can produce the same images, just that you do not know what settings you're on. So there are a few things to take note when you are buying this. You know, of course the battery goes in, the LED. The next thing you see is like the viewfinder. You know, a lot of these cameras, because they were at one point, nobody wanted them. So a lot of them went under a lot of people's beds. You know, and then they got the fungus and the haze there, you know, for like 10 years. So a lot of issues with the viewfinders where you get a lot of fungus spots and corrosion inside. So you have to look through, you know, and see how clear it is. You know, sometimes you can look through on both directions, right? And see if there's any black spots or fungus growing inside. You know, because that will be very irritating to your eye when you are doing the photography, right? But that doesn't affect the image. Still. Right. So even with a little bit of fungus inside, you might still be able to buy the camera and use it. Just that it's not a perfect condition. So the next thing to check, of course, you have to open the back down here. For this camera is here. There's a lever here, so you open the back, right?
So each camera is a little bit different.
It is.
If you know you're gonna buy a specific camera, it might be good just to Google online, look through the manual, so you know how to operate the very basic functions as well. And that will, then you know which battery to get, how to open it, how to look inside it as well.
I always tell customers to get this model and look at the top 3 YouTube videos. Which will probably be us soon. So you open the door, right, and then you can start firing it, right? Start firing it. Usually what I will do is when when I fire, I will look through the glass to also see if the lens has fungus or haze. Right? Yeah, that is the most important, because if the fungus spot is on the glass, it comes out on the image.
Yes.
Yeah. So this one here is actually quite clean, right? And obviously the flash is working.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. But this camera actually, you can switch off the flash, so you might want to test that out too, to make sure that the flash is not going crazy. So this one, right?
Yes.
It's working perfectly, and then the flash turning on. Yeah. It's working perfectly. Yeah. So for compact cameras, actually, it's quite easy.
Yes.
Yeah. Usually, if they are not working, they are not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you fire, it just doesn't go off.
Yep.
Or if you put the film roll in, it just doesn't slide in.
Yes.
Yeah. So that are usually the main few things that we check. And of course, a lot of people forget to check the flash. Yeah, because usually the flash will be off.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the flash doesn't work, and then it defeats the purpose of buying a compact camera like that also. Yeah, so...
Another thing you can also check is the sound of it. So when you fire it, you can listen out for the motor. Yeah, you hear, it's very smooth, it sounds great, it doesn't seem like it's struggling or anything. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
If you're buying second-hand cameras, sometimes it's also good to see if they come with a casing. Because I realized like those second-hand cameras that come with a casing from the previous owner, they usually have been taken care of a little bit better. It's not a hard and fast rule, but just something you might want to consider as well when looking at these cameras. Yeah. So thanks, Leon, for teaching us how to look at a camera. I hope these tips will help you as well when you look out and buy second-hand vintage cameras such as this. I think you can check out the rice ball video that we will post very soon up here or down there or somewhere. Okay?
Thank you so much.